Hello guys and welcome back to channel. And well, this transfer window has been amazing up till now. We saw some major transfers, we saw major departures from these big clubs across this Europe. But the one club that stands out in this transfer window is undoubtedly FC Barcelona. What a job their management have done in this year. And this transfer window just highlights why Barcelona is called one of the biggest club in this Europe and probably in this world. Because player choosing project and the club over salary. I mean, where do you get to see such things in other clubs? But yeah, anyway, Barcelona this season is looking completely different team from the last season. Because there was a time when Xavi arrived as a coach last season, his best attacking option was Memphis Depay, and who was kind of himself struggling with his form and injury. And on the other hand, it was Ansu Fati, who was kind of mostly unavailable for the whole season. And on the other hand, it was Dembele, who was one of the best players who played under Xavi last season, but still his form kind of came late into the season. And there was Luke de Jong, who did quite a pretty good job, but still Barcelona used to struggle in some games, maybe due to it was injury or maybe due to it was a lack of goals. And that's why I would say it was kind of a blessing in disguise for Xavi, because we got to see many young players like Abde and Jutla who came from Barcelona B team to the first team, and they kind of did a pretty good job. But fast forward to now, it's fair to say that our team looks now 10 times more better, especially our attack after signing Lewandowski and Rafinha, and also as Ansu Fati getting close to his full fitness. And now with almost having 6 attackers, excluding Memphis Depay, Martin Braithwaite and Abde, whose futures are kind of uncertain at Barcelona right now. So including all these 6 attackers of Barcelona with Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, Lewandowski, Aubameyang, Rafinha and Dembele. With all these 6 attackers, Barcelona and Xavi has a number of combinations that they can use up front this season. And before jumping on to those combinations, let's assume that Xavi will use 4-3-3 formation, and in that front 3, one would be the runner or an inside winger, one would be a creative winger and one would be the striker who will act as a focal point. And now if we talk about runners or the players who can play as an inside wingers, we most probably have Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres, and both of them have got that natural striker's instinct to get inside the box, and both of them are more of a second striker than a pure winger like Rafinha. And once Ansu Fati gets completely fit, no doubt he's gonna be a starter, because we all know he's phenomenal when it comes to converting those chances or even those half chances. And also most importantly, you can use him as a number 9 also. And on the other hand, it is Ferran Torres. Well, to be honest, this guy is one of the most versatile player out of all these 6 attackers. He started his career at playing at that right wing. Pep used him as a striker, and Luis Enrique and Xavi has also used him as a right winger. This guy has got all, but just his finishing, and we have talked about it. We have talked about it a lot, about his positioning, about his of the ball movements, which are really important, and that's why having him at our disposal is really nothing short than blessing. And now moving on to that creative wingers position, Barcelona have Rafinha and Dembele fighting for the spot. And both of them look quite sharp in this preseason, and that's why it's gonna be a really amazing battle to see who gets that starting 11 spot. But still, having both of them having same qualities, both of the players have like slightly different profile. Because if you see Dembele on one side, he's someone who can play on both of the wings, and we all know he's kind of nightmare for any defender when it comes to mark him, because we all are aware about his ambidextrous qualities. And last season we did saw that creative winger version of Dembele, where he used to put crosses from the touchline. And to be honest, this season this tendency would actually help a lot for a player like Lewandowski, who can get onto those crosses using his elite positioning and also his blindsided runs. But compared to last season, Dembele has improved a lot this season. We already did saw it in preseason that he's capable more than that what we saw in last season.
The game against Juventus displayed his shooting abilities. He scored both the goals with using his different fits, one where he cut outside and one where he cut inside, which just makes more difficult for goalkeeper to predict where he will shoot. Anyway, on the other side we have Rafinha, who is more of a pure winger who have an excellent dribbling qualities, and as we did saw in the preseason where against Real Madrid, he started on that right flank and absolutely toyed Rudiger. And one major quality that he have over Dembele is that his accuracy of shots. His crossing is far more accurate and precise, and it would benefit not only striker but also players like Fati and Torres, who will be making those inside or inverted runs inside the box near that or into that far post.
So yeah, choosing between these two, would be really difficult for Xavi, but mostly it would be depend on opponent, what kind of opponent that Barcelona will play against. And now at that striker's position, no doubt, we have to choose Lewandowski or Aubameyang, and we have discussed this point several times in the past. Because we all know Lewandowski is that kind of player that can improve your team into the final third due to his positioning movements inside the box, and also his ability to attract the defenders out of position or towards him, which will help a player like Rafinha to play 1-2s and move inside the box or at the edge of the box before cutting and shooting. And also Leva's presence will give a lot of space to both of the wingers to operate inside and outside of the box. Now after looking all the qualities of all the attackers, if we guess the most probable front three for Barcelona, it would be Fati from that left wing, Lewandowski through the middle and Dembele through the right. And considering that Xavi wants one runner, one focal point, one striker who can act as a focal point and one creative winger, Xavi can also use Ansu Fati from that left flank, Lewandowski through the middle and Rafinha from the right. Or also Torres from that right flank, Lewandowski through the middle or Rafinha from that right flank as his forwards. In contrast, Dembele, Lewandowski and Rafinha is also quite a possibility, as this trio has already been or recently has been used in this preseason. But this trio has quite a minimal ball retention and is quite unbalanced, and which also sometimes reduces the attacking side of the fullbacks, and especially Jordi Alba, who likes to overlap and put crosses inside the box, and that's why an inside forward is better option for Xavi on that left side. And talking about inside forwards, another formation that Xavi can use is that Ansu Fati from that left flank, Aubameyang from the middle and Ferran Torres from the right, where we have two inside forwards. And with these three runners or these three inside forwards, the box might get overcrowded, and that's why it's kind of a gamble to use this formation. And talking about Aubameyang, he can play on that left wing also. He can fill in there due to his pace, but still he struggles to create any threat or goal scoring opportunities. But even though if he is to play on that left side, we can see Aubameyang from that left side, Lewandowski through the middle and Rafinha or Dembele from the right is the closest balanced trio if Aubameyang is about to play on that left side. And speaking of this kind of improbable attacks, there is little chance that Fati or Torres would be used down in that middle. But if they do, they have to be paired with Dembele or Rafinha on the right with another inside forward on that left side. And also sometimes in this season, there obviously are gonna be moments where we might struggle to score goals, and of course it's gonna happen. It's just a part of process, nothing to be worried about. But yeah, anyway, in such moments, Xavi might have to use more than 3 forwards, and maybe here he can use that 4-2-3-1 formation on which either flanks Rafinha and Dembele can stick into it with Lewandowski up front, and on that number 10 role, we can use Ferran Torres also Pedri or Gavi. Moreover, this is a very rare occasion and it might not happen, but still, even if it happens that we might have to play a little bit more defensively, in this game, we can use 4-4-2 formation where Aubameyang and Lewandowski both can play together up front with Dembele and Rafinha both playing as that creative outlets on each side. Well, overall, it's certainly a headache for Xavi to choose his front three. But what I think is that this headache is kind of a blessing in disguise for Barcelona, because having more than 2 or 3 players at each position up front is just it's just something that would really help a team in these long seasons. But anyway, if I am to choose my ideal front three, I would go with no doubt Lewandowski through the middle, Dembele from that right side, and on that left flank I would choose Ferran Torres or Ansu Fati, because no doubt Ferran Torres is that kind of winger that Xavi certainly uses to disrupt any defense, because his positioning, as we have talked about, his positioning and off the ball movements are really good. But no doubt if Ansu Fati is fully fit and once get back into his form, no doubt he's undoubtedly one of the world-class player and undoubted starter. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching the video, and also do let me know your ideal front three and also ideal lineup for Barcelona this season. I think it's really great to have such attacking option in your squad, and Xavi certainly is gonna make some changes depending upon the opponent they are gonna play. But anyway, do let me know your ideal front three and also ideal lineup. And also don't forget to like and share this video, and also subscribe this channel, and as usual I'll meet you soon with another new video. Until that time, just enjoy the game.